Grinding, trying to be the best. Used to be stressed, but people thought less. But I kept God first, I'm blessed. Started from the bottom, now I'm on the quest. Reaching for success, went hard, now I'm seeing progress. Ain't have a map or a compass. When I rap, not a contest. Money on my conscience. Haters held me down in the past. Now I laugh, getting cash. I'm going down the right path, now they mad. Mastermind like Dexter. Catch me in the lab, I drive fast. Why they gotta catch a cab? It costs to be the boss. Put it on my tab. On your way to the top, gotta fight those jabs. If you can see it, then you can achieve it. Detroit genius, they walking on the moon while I'm walking on Venus. The sky is the limit for my fam, I gotta get it. D-Town, Michigan, power of a vision. You can be the next president if you listen. Yeah, we on the come up, no stopping, no rest. Enough ain't enough, I'm hungry for success.
Welcome to Detroit's Next Top Model, Round 3 Judging. To my right, we have Jessica Hawkins, PR Director. To her right is Crystal McKinley, model and photographer. To her right is Bryce Evans, casting director and photographer. And to his right is our guest judge, Christine McKinley, who has been judging since season 1. Tonight we're going to judge Shoot 5, in which the models pose with Crystal, with her underwear on, at Bryce's house in this beautiful Victorian-looking house, and they had to evoke a relationship. So first up, we have Emmanuel, and this is his best shot. Every week, for the last 2 times we've been judging, he can't take a picture without it just being his head. That's good to me. I don't know what goes on with the poses. I just don't like it.
What about it don't you like? You don't like the way his body is positioned?
It's just
he seems disconnected.
Yeah, it's just
Crystal.
Yeah, as a model in this shoot, it was a bit of a disconnect. Initially, I guess he kind of put it together toward the end, but it was still, hard to get the pictures out of him. I mean, everybody's not used to working with a female model or another model in the first place, but it took longer, for the shoots to come out.
He's looking like your breaststick.
No.
I actually do not get that look from
Me
him.
neither.
I don't
think
get that.
He looks like he's thinking about something, maybe their relationship. His body is awkward to me though.
That wasn't the
His
brief.
shoulder.
The brief was that they was in love and they were supposed to be having a little moment.
Yeah.
And that's not the brief.
He looked like he's turned away from her. Like I don't want to.
If that's the case, I don't feel like he met the requirement.
He did.
But I do like the picture though, but not for.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This is a good
Yeah, it's a good picture. It's just
it didn't beat the brief.
Right.
And I don't know. I feel like he kind of lost as to when it's a whole picture. He don't know what's going on as far as posing.
like it looks like there's a moment, but it's not like you said. It's not the right moment.
Right.
And I don't know what the moment is. I do like the picture. I'm not gonna lie and say that,
Picture, but
it's not what
it's
we
not
were
what
asking
we
for.
right.
Yeah. Next up, we have Del Taco, and this is his best shot.
And what's this again?
Del Taco.
I actually like this picture. I don't.
Of course you did.
Sure.
Well, it's one of my
like
favorites.
the
I have a couple favorites. This is one of my favorites. As hard as it was to get this out of him, and
Yeah, that's
it was difficult. This is a good shot for what we had to go through to get here.
I feel like he could have shown more passion or something I don't know. I do like it, but I feel like he could have gave a little bit more to make me believe what's going on.
I kind of get what Tina is saying. It's like we were trying to get him to show power and show aggression in the photo, but it's more like delicate. But it's not. It works, but it's not. It's a really, really good shot, and it gave us what we asked for. But I could see that it could be more power in it. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Especially on the big screen.
Yeah.
Right.
Because Crystal looks like she has the power in the photo.
Yeah.
I think it's her arm.
Yeah,
I think it's the abs.
Now, this is my issue. Going through this film, it's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, this is like a good shot, and then it's like, good shot, good shot. Like, he doesn't have a consistency in modeling for me, but he's turning out great shots. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his age or the maturity level, but for me, I need more if you building a campaign or something. 1 or 2 good shots is not going to work when we take it 30.
I mean, but all you need is that one, though.
Yeah, but if I need 3, I only got 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, you know.
And what if he doesn't pull out that? Because I can't remember if this came out towards the end of his shoot, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because what if he only had 5 shots? And a lot of times it's going to be like that.
Right.
They're not going to always give you 30 frames. But I think it's still a good shot.
Next up, we have Tim, and this is his best shot.
No.
I like this.
I don't. She looks uncomfortable. It looks like he's making her uncomfortable, or she's pushing him off.
Yeah, I don't get the passion from this. 1, 2, she's all up in the shot, and he's just like buried on her side. It's like, this is him. He's supposed to be shining. And
But I think it's about, I don't think every time you take a shot, you have to see somebody's face for them to evoke power.
I mean,
he had control of the photo to me. I don't need his whole face. I can see the passion from his one eye.
That's what I was going to say. As opposed to the last photo with Del Taco, he has complete control of Crystal in the photo. And even though you see more of Crystal, you know who's in control here. I see who's in control. I wish I could have seen his face a little more. That would have been a lot better. But I see a lot of power in it, and I see like he's grabbing a woman that he about to do something with.
Yeah,
I don't want to be vulgar, but I like it. But I think he could have done a lot better. But I like the shot.
But then here's another
It
problem.
looks kind of forced though. Like I don't. Right.
And also from what I remember from his shoot, he had to have the least amount of direction. He had plenty of shots to choose from.
No, he was my favorite one to work with because I didn't have to tell him much of what to do. Like he knew what he wanted to do and he put that on film. I can't say that this is my best or my favorite picture of his because I have other favorites from him in this shoot, but I think he did a good job overall. But like I said, I like this picture. It's not a bad picture, but it's not my favorite for this shoot. I had others.
I don't know, towards the bottom of the picture, his body language in the bottom of the picture as opposed to the top of the picture are saying 2 different things to me. Like the bottom of him is kind of backed away from her. And
actually, I didn't notice it.
It
looks
doesn't
like he's about
flow.
to dance with her. It looks like he's about to waltz or something.
This is Twan's best shot.
Now I like his. I didn't like his shoot when I first saw it. I mean, when I saw the photo, I didn't like it. But after I looked at it, I see. But it's like disturbing and creepy at the same time. But it's funny. I told him that when he was there. I'm like, you look like a psycho. But it kind of works here.
It does.
There's the power in the fact that his arm is up in the air. Yeah, it's a lot of power there, and you can tell that there's something that he was from Crystal. And Crystal was like, okay. Well, it's wild. I like the photo. It's a whole lot of energy and a lot of emotion and stuff in it. And this is the type of photo that will make you stop and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I just like his face. I'm not too crazy about the legs. I feel like the head could have a little more attention on her thigh.
Yeah, the legs
Yeah, yeah.
I think they're just too placed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not natural.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
that.
his hands were in a bad place. They
Now we
went
switch.
somewhere crazy.
We switch thoughts. I don't like the lower half of this
I
picture.
do like the
I like
upper
the
half
upper
because
half.
it's kind of like when you want to stand like you're dominant, like you open wide. You kind of open wide.
You know, but you can open wide, but I feel like his legs need to be a little bit closer to her and closed a little bit more. It's just,
That would have made him more feminine looking though.
oh, he would have been smoothed in there. That's what it needs. I like the top half. I like the face.
Of all the pictures that were chosen for the best pictures for this shoot, this was my second favorite. He was another difficult one to work with,
very.
honestly. It was hard for him to focus, but once he got it, we were able to get some good shots. I do feel like it could have been more power in the hand that's on my leg.
I agree.
To kind of get
I
that
like how she's
expression.
talking about this.
He looks like he's about to rub her leg down. Instead of him grabbing her leg, he just gave you like a massage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Kind
hands
of
are
weird, something crazy.
his
It might
hands
be
are
about
It's
throwing
something-
me off.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Both of his hands are throwing me
Yeah,
off.
both
I
of
feel
them
like,
are
Like,
throwing me
I like
off.
the hand at the top.
I feel like it needs to move over some. Like, I feel like this is a good pose, but it needs to be worked a little more in. It
I forgot about the birds. I'm sorry.
needs to, it needs to work the pose in a little more.
It's a laptop still.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now we're going to score, shoot
Wait.
5,
His name is
and
Twan.
then
Okay.
we will come back and let you know who did the best. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. This was a very close one. It was 1 point separating the top picture. But again, Del Taco won. Emmanuel, you are in the bottom as of now. Now, we're going to take a break and judge shoot 2, and we'll return after this.
Can you not talk like a robot?
I have to,
judging.
Welcome back. Now we're going to judge shoot 2, which was my favorite shoot we've ever done. We took the models outside in the middle of April while it was cold and sprayed them with water to come up with some unique headshots, and they are very, very awesome. First up, we have Twan, and this is his best shot. Crystal was spraying the water, by the way.
What difference does that make?
I like this photo. I do.
Yeah, I like it. I like the detail,
Yeah. He looks very refreshed.
but
That's somebody spray you in the face with some water. You don't be looking refreshed too.
there's something about his mouth that's weird to me.
That's what's throwing
Yes.
me off.
I don't. There's something about his mouth.
Yeah,
But-
I think a
but-
little more clothes, maybe. I don't know.
It'll
Yeah.
work.
But other than that, I do like the photo.
Yeah, and I really, I see shadows and stuff on his face on his forehead from the drops. I like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
This is
But his mouth
I
ain't
like it.
closed.
No, it is a nice picture. I do wish his mouth was closed a little more.
Just a little bit.
It's funny that I'm replaying the whole scene in my head right now. It took a lot for this picture to come out, but
In his defense, though,
it
took
was,
a lot for
it was
everybody.
cold.
It was
I
freezing.
know
Yeah,
it
like
was
50.
cold.
yeah.
I do commend the guys for braving the cold air and the cold water.
I want to commend him actually more because he took more pictures than everybody.
Yeah, that's
Mhm,
true.
they did.
That is true.
And then, like, for it to be cold, like, his expression doesn't show that it's cold.
Right,
That's
that's the
true.
one
That
thing
is
that
true.
I do
That
like
is
true.
about this photo.
That's very true. It looks like an 80-degree day.
Yeah.
Right.
It was good for him to actually portray that and pull off this type of picture in those conditions. I think that says a lot.
I agree.
Next up, we have Emmanuel, and this is his best shot. I actually liked his performance the best. He had the most options. I had trouble deleting pictures and picking them because he did a lot of stuff. He got like low and like his have a lot of drama and stuff going on in it. But that just goes back to me. I had to compare him to himself. He always takes a good picture of his head.
And what I like about this one, in comparison to his other shots, is that he looks like a completely different person.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I didn't even know who that was when I first saw it. I'm like, who was that? I like it.
He's like a kid with a beard.
A kid with a beard.
He does.
No, I think he looks like a man.
That little smile looks kiddish, and his face don't look like a grown person. I don't know if it's the water and his water is very dramatic.
It is. It's beating and stuff. I don't know what that's about,
But I think whatever's going on with his face or whatever you say, Tony, I think it works for him.
I mean, I like the picture. But he was always doing a lot with his hands. Like
Yeah, it looks like he's showering or something.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice his hands coming
I
from
kind of
behind.
wanted him
That's
to
creepy.
stop doing that to see what the picture would look like with just his head. But I do like this picture.
Yeah.
Maybe he's shooting himself.
Save me. Next up is Del Taco. This is his best shot.
No. Thus far, I do like this picture. It's just like, I couldn't tell that the water was cold. I couldn't tell anything about him.
Yeah.
He looks
It's
like
just he looks like he has so much control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
And
This looks like a photo of a model.
This is my favorite
exactly.
one.
He has so
actually.
much control over his facial
Mhm.
expression.
Yeah. With the
Even his
glasses
body,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, everything is on point with this.
Yes. This
He's the one who saw blue, isn't it?
Yeah, he saw blue.
Yeah, he
He
saw
was
blue.
about to black out.
Yeah.
Blew out.
He's
I
about
saw
to
blue. I just love this because it looks like something if you went into an optometrist.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
gas.
yeah.
This would be in
I would buy
there.
those glasses. I would
Yeah.
I can
definitely
see
get
this
those
like on a
glasses.
Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
ad or
It's
something, yeah.
it's sweet. You can use it in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
not-
do have to point this out, which is probably not going to make a difference. This was the only shot that he got out of 20.
Yeah,
The only one.
he's one lucky duck.
That is lucky.
He's. Well, I don't know if it's luck or if he could pull himself together to get something and then fall apart, but
But yeah, with his personality is really like,
whack.
yeah. So
And that's
I just
really
think that
like-
he needs to learn how to control that in front of the camera.
And get consistent shots.
Right.
But you can't take away from this.
No,
No.
At all.
Look what the water is doing on his chin.
Yeah.
Sweet. Like
It's so, I don't even know how this happened, right? And lastly, we have Tim. And this is his best shot. I like this too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually like this shot. I like. It doesn't look like Tim to
No,
me.
it doesn't. But then again, nothing that Tim shoots looks like Tim. Tim is like a totally opposite person. Like, the way
He's
he
so
bolts in front of the camera is
mild-mannered.
awesome.
Yeah, he's mild-mannered,
Yeah.
this
He's like,
person, but
Tom.
then he gets in front of the camera and he brings pictures like this. He exudes power. It looks like a little bit of aggression. In
Yeah,
his
that's
face.
what I was about to say.
But it works for the picture.
It looks like when somebody sprays somebody with a water hose that don't want to get wet.
That's
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
spray me with that water hose.
right. but
But-
it works for him though.
I think this looks like a bottom too.
And he was freezing. Then his head started and stuff or
Yeah.
something like that.
All of their heads started hurting.
But I mean, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's completely fine and
Yeah,
what's
he
going
looks
on.
like he's in control.
Yeah.
Like, spray me again.
Yeah. Well, I like this. All right, now we're going to add up the scores and come back and tell you who won. Welcome back. And again, for the fourth time in a row, Del Taco, you got best photo again. In fact, we even went as far as to say this is the best photo we've seen in all 6 seasons. Good job. Now I'll be back to tell you who's eliminated. Okay, welcome back. Now it's time to eliminate one bottom. First off, obviously we know who's safe. Del Taco. Next up, we have Tim going to the runway show to compete for the top 2. That means that Twan and Emmanuel are in the bottom two. Emmanuel, it seems like you can't take a full body picture, and that's a problem. Your headshots have been awesome, some of the best, but your full body shots just aren't doing it. Twan, seems like your professionalism is getting in the way of you taking photos. You take good photos, but you leave something to be desired when working on set, and it's kind of a turn off. So, Emmanuel, you have been eliminated, unfortunately. Thank you for participating. Next time you see us, we'll be at Detroit Human, where all the models will compete in the fashion show, and we'll eliminate the final contestant to get our top two. See you next time.